Hello, and welcome to IDES and You. I'm Troy McMillan with the Illinois Department of Employment Security, also known as IDES. Every month, IDES hosts a pre-recorded show to give you information that you can use. You will hear from IDES program managers, staff, subject matter experts about our free employment services, our labor market trends, our college and career resources, unemployment insurance, and training programs that are available to you here in Illinois. On today's show, we're going to speak with Eva Gallagher, an economist in the Economic Information and Analysis Division of IDES. And we're going to learn about Illinois College to Career. It's a free website for anyone who is trying to make decisions about college choices, about programs of study, career pathways, and more. It doesn't matter if you are about to graduate from high school or you've been out of high school for many years. Illinois College to Career can help you navigate that journey. So before we get started with today's show, I'd like to tell you a little bit more about IDES. So the Illinois Department of Employment Security is a state agency whose mission is to serve Illinois residents through a host of free services that encourage economic growth and job stability in Illinois. So the agency provides vital employment service information to Illinois workers and employers, analyzes and disseminates actionable labor market information, including wage data, job growth data, projections, and college and career resources, as well as administers the unemployment insurance program for the state of Illinois. So for more information about any of our services, you can visit our website, which is located at the bottom of the screen, www.ides.illinois, spell it out, .gov, or you can call us at the toll-free number 1-877-566-6230 and select the option that best fits your needs. Okay. As I mentioned, our guest is Eva Gallagher, and she's an economist with IDES. Eva, please tell the viewers a little bit about what it is that you do.
Sure. As you mentioned, I am an economist with a PhD in economics from University of Illinois at Chicago, and I have been with IDES for 10 years. Previously, I was working on forecasting unemployment insurance claims. But nowadays, I work more as analyzing labor market data, such as employment and earnings.
Okay.
And my current role is a workforce outcomes manager, and I look at educational workforce outcomes of students who graduate from Illinois colleges and go on to find jobs in Illinois. And a lot of my analysis, my reports and findings are available on IDES website under Data and Statistics tab.
Okay, all right. Sounds like you have a really interesting job, actually. There is such a need for good, solid information about jobs, about wages, about employment, and our economy. So tell us about Illinois College to Career.
Sure. Illinois College to Career is a free website that looks and feels like an app, but it's not an app, so there's no need for extra downloads. You just go on to the website and use it as a resource to connect higher education data to employment data. So users can see and feel the full impact on going to college and its educational workforce outcomes or career pathways to make more informed choices about their higher educational choices and decisions.
Okay. All right, so when you say workforce outcomes and educational outcomes, what do you mean?
So outcomes can be, they are tangible results that students can help with their decision-making process. So when they leave their educational institutions, and they begin their careers in the job market, they can, as a part of Illinois workforce, they can be reasonably assured that they have chosen the best path for them, and that's what Illinois College to Career is helping them figure out.
Wow, wow.
So we really follow students from the moment they leave their educational institution through their beginning of working career and throughout their college, throughout their career later on.
Okay.
And we also look at their earnings. So we see their outcomes 3 years after they graduate from college.
Okay. All right. Wow. That's a lot of data, and that sounds like really fascinating data. So what kind of data, speaking of data, does Illinois College to Career use in determining these educational and workforce outcomes?
So Illinois College to Career uses data that's provided by colleges and also other national college data sources that gives information on such categories as financial assistance,
Okay.
that would be aid, and student debt acceptance rate.
Okay.
We have retention and graduation rates. So these are educational outcomes. But for workforce outcomes, we look into IDES data, which is wage records,
Okay.
and that gives us workforce outcomes, meaning we can look at the job stability,
Okay.
or we can look at earnings growth or earnings, and that's actually based on an area of study.
Okay. All right. So, you have all this data, okay, and I see how you can bring it together to help our students. And I'm even thinking, I mean, this is data that can help career changers. How do you help them understand these options with all of this data that you gather and that you have?
So first of all, they can just go screen by screen to figure out how to go on to make their own decisions.
Okay.
But what we're doing is,
Do you match the data at all? Is that
yes,
what you do?
so what we do is we get the data from colleges, which is not really from colleges. They provide the data to Illinois institutions like Illinois Board of Higher Education or Illinois Community College Board, which we take their data and we match to our wage records.
Ah, that's how you do it.
And
okay.
we also augment it by other resources from, for example, National Student Clearinghouse,
Okay.
Student Tracker Database, and IPEDS, which is Integrated Post-Secondary Education Data Systems, and
Wow.
that's at National Center for Education Statistics. And we also use U.S. Department of Education's college scorecard.
Okay. Well, so again, that's a lot of data.
Also, to inject one extra
Yeah.
thing, we also add onto that occupation data and occupational projections data to see how that goes on into the future, because our records go on to 3 years after graduation.
Okay.
But if you want to look at the future, you can look at occupational projections, which is also provided in our tool, and a little bit more easy to understand
Okay.
screen that just tells you that is this occupation growing or shrinking?
Okay.
Is this a good occupation to select?
Okay, all right. And just to be clear, just to clarify for me and our viewers, occupations are jobs, right?
Yes.
Okay. And projections are like what a specific occupation is likely to do, whether it's going to increase or decline. Is that
Yes,
fair to
that's the
say?
outlook for the future.
Okay. all
So
right.
we look at the 10-year outlook.
Okay, all right. Okay, so this is really interesting. Let's say, for example, I have a high school student and he's about to graduate, okay? And he says, Mom, I'm thinking about going to Illinois State University or Illinois Wesleyan University downstate. And I'm going to study business and I'm going to focus on marketing. Can I, as a parent, can I look at educational outcomes to see, one, how long it's going to take him to graduate, how much debt he or I as a parent am going to incur, and most important to me as a parent, will he be employed in a career that is growing, has many job opportunities, has job stability, and will pay him a good wage? Which is, I take it, that part is the workforce outcomes part.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, you can definitely take a look at each of these colleges that you listed.
Okay.
Illinois State University and Wesleyan. You can take a look at marketing, how long on average it takes students to graduate from marketing in those two colleges.
Okay.
What is a typical student debt from these colleges in marketing, or from these colleges, and what are the average earnings that the graduates from marketing from these two specific colleges receive 3 years after they graduated. You can also look at the marketing profession, whether it's something you think it would suit your student, whether the jobs in this field are plentiful, whether this industry is growing. So you can be assured that this is a good choice for your student.
Okay, all right, great. Well, I'm already thinking about how Illinois College to Career can help me as a parent. I also see how it would be useful to helping career changers make some thoughtful and purposeful decisions about maybe moving to a different career field. Can you tell our viewers how it can help them?
Yes, they can definitely start off. It's a great tool for those who are at the beginning of their career. So let's say that would be good for a teenager or for a young adult who have really not really clear outlook or idea what kind of areas of study they would like to select. They probably have an idea what they like or don't like.
Yeah, okay.
But let's say that you like few things and you would like to check which are the best options for you given those fields.
Okay.
And then they can go on and selecting whether one of those areas of study is better for them or not. It's also good for those who are already continuing their career but would like to possibly switch, go back to school. So it's not just for teenagers and young adults, it's also for those who are in the middle of their careers.
Middle of their career, okay.
And just looking for starting something new.
Yeah, okay, all right. So it looks like this resource is going to be really a great resource for many of our viewers out there. So let's go ahead and pause just for a moment, because if you've just joined us, you're watching IDES and You, a pre-recorded show about the many employment services, labor market information, college and career resource information, training programs that are available to you here in Illinois. I'm Troy McMillan with the Illinois Department of Employment Security. Please visit the IDES website, it's on the screen there, or call the number listed at the bottom of the screen for more information. My guest is Eva Gallagher, and she's an economist with the Economic Information and Analysis Division at IDES. And she's been telling us about a free website resource called Illinois College to Career that helps students, parents, career changers, and more make informed decisions about college and career by providing workforce and educational outcomes that's based on real hard data that connects, let me get this right, that connects higher education to graduation from programs of study to job stability to employment growth in Illinois.
Yes, just to clarify a little bit.
Okay.
It provides data from Illinois college institutions
Okay.
that will have data on graduation,
Okay.
to workforce data through Illinois wage records.
Okay.
And with these, we created such tools that will help us understand jobs, like job stability
Okay.
and
Growth.
growth,
Okay.
earnings growth.
Earnings growth, okay, all right. Well, I'm excited, and I hope our viewers are excited too, to actually visit the website. So let's go ahead and get started. Let's go out to the
Okay.
actual website and take a look at all this information.
Okay.
Okay.
So we are looking at Illinois College to Career website. First, when you click on it, it will ask you whether you would like to go and see a tutorial, but for now we're skipping that because we're going straight to the website, and I'll provide the tutorial. First, what we see is choose your options and go. What type of college do you want to attend? How about let's explore an option where someone is not really decided, so we'll go on to two-year college at first. Maybe this person will change their mind later on. They will attend two-year college, they'll start their career, but then after a while they'll maybe make a second decision and go to four-year college.
Yeah, and maybe even the 2-year, once they're out in the workforce a little bit, saving money if they need to, then they can go on to a 4-year, or maybe
Yes.
their employer could even do tuition reimbursement.
Definitely, that's a great option. So let's click on two-year college and let's select a zip code. The reason why we have a zip code here to select a selection for a zip code is because two-year colleges are based on their districts. So if someone is in a district, they will get an in-district tuition, which is usually cheaper than out of district. So we'll do 60601, for example. That would be somewhere downtown. And what are you planning to study? We've been having a lot of inquiries lately about health professions and related because of a lot of people interested in nursing. So let's click on health professions and related. And right now we're not sure what colleges we would like to explore, so we'll leave all colleges. Also, if someone is interested in other professions, not just health professions, or is not even sure what type of profession they would like to choose, they can just click for help and type in whatever they're interested in, and our tool will help them find the good choice. But then we go to see results, and we have a website that gives you the results. But first, let me explain. Results we have on the right-hand side with different dials that I'll go into explaining, but let's quickly take a look at the left side and sort and filter. We have different filters, colleges by someone who wants to select maybe small, medium, or large college, maybe very large. Maybe the school location would be rural, town, suburban, city. Maybe someone wants to do minority serving institutions. Other things like athletics, they can also select. They can also edit categories. So what type of categories we have? For now, we default to tuition and fees, which we thought is very important. That's a college category. It looks only for the entire it looks at the entire college, not just health and related professions.
Okay.
Student debt also relates to entire college. So these are our college categories, and we have area of study categories, which are earnings in Illinois and earnings growth. You can add more
Okay.
or unselect whichever you decide to drop and exchange for a different one.
Okay. Again, using that example of a parent who is helping their child, we're looking at, my concern would be earnings in Illinois and earnings growth in Illinois.
Definitely.
Good.
So we'll select one of the CCC colleges, which is City Colleges of Chicago,
Okay.
because these are, as you can see, in district. Their tuition is much lower than others, which is $3,500 versus, well, you need to scroll down to see others, $6,000 to $7,000. So this one is our best option, whether it's Richard Daley, Olive Harvey, Wright College, we have earnings of $46,000 for health professions and related, which sounds like a really awesome job for just 2 years of being in college.
Yes.
And the earnings growth is here between 8%, 4%. Here we have 29%. So let's click on Wright College, for example, and graduates entering job market. We see healthcare and social assistance as one of the top industries.
Okay.
Earnings are in this industry 47,000 and job stability is 80%, which means that people who go on to those jobs don't hop from one job to another. 80% of them hold a stable job, which means they stay with the same employer for 3 consecutive quarters.
Okay. And as a parent who's looking at their child, making sure they have some stability in their employment, that they're not job hopping everywhere.
Yes.
Okay.
You can see that educational services have even higher job stability, but administrative support, waste management, and remediation services is lower. So this is a really good option, healthcare and social assistance. Let's see if someone decides to become a nursing assistant. How much they can expect. In Illinois, they can expect their wages to be on average $27,000 per year. So that looks a little bit lower. Probably because there are some other health professions that earn more.
Okay.
But let's say that your student decided to become a nursing assistant. Employment is large. Growth is bright. Annual openings above average, which is a great option. But what if this person stays to become a medical assistant or nursing assistant for number of years, but then decides to go on and get more education?
Okay.
So we can go back, click on results, go back, and select a 4-year college. We want your student wants to stay in health professions and related.
Okay.
But now they have extra money and they want to see what options they have. So we click on see results. We have basically the same website, but now we have also categories like or filters like public schools, for example, which we can click on that. And let's say we do University of Illinois at Chicago, areas of study categories, $62,000 for earnings.
Okay, so I'm going to stop you right there and just ask you, so we're still, so in your example, we're looking at students who graduated from a 2-year, have been a nursing assistant, and now are deciding to go back to school to finish the bachelor's in health and social services.
Yes.
Okay.
So we go on, click on graduates entering job market, and again, healthcare and social assistance. And we see what options do we have. Registered nurses. That person can become a registered nurse and definitely make more money. But what if this person doesn't want to have all the crazy hours and decides to just do something more like a desk job? Then they can go on to be health service administrator. And what about this job? We have a health service administrator plan and direct healthcare services.
Okay,
Look at the wages.
Wow. Okay.
$100,000 a year.
Wow.
After 4 years of college, employment is large, 10-year growth average, annual openings above average.
Okay, so we have a few minutes left. So let's talk about, so the employment is large, which as a parent of a student who's graduating from college, we want to make sure that the employment is large. Or even if you are career changing, you want to make sure that there's going to be openings and that
Yes.
it's a large field, I guess you could say, for employment.
Yeah, you're hoping that it's easy enough to find a job.
Great. Okay. Okay.
So this would be a great option for a student who wants to go on to 2-year college, but then switch a career and go on to 4-year, but stay still in health profession.
Okay. All right. Oh, wow.
And our tool helps to figure that out.
Okay. All right, great. Can we just take a look? We have a few more minutes. Can we just go back and and take a quick look. Okay, go back to, yep, see results. So when I was curious about the filters. We were filtering by college. So we have public, we have private for profit, and we have private not for profit. Okay. So what do some of those? Could we click on one of those? The private for profit. Let's see what those look like.
Private for-profit would
Would
be
be-
places like the VRI.
Okay, all right, and then the
Private non-for-profit would be places like National Louis, Aurora University, St. Xavier. We have Lincoln College
Okay.
and Dominican.
Oh, okay.
So these are the options for non-for-profit, and the public ones are all the big public schools,
Yes.
like University of Illinois system or Governor's State.
Northeastern Illinois University
Yes.
is there, I see, with a 20% earnings growth in Illinois if you graduate from that
Yes.
university.
That's a very good
Okay.
one.
Yeah, oh, look at Carbondale. Okay, so
Downstate.
So what I really like about this website is that you can, it looks like you can just click and unclick
Yes.
and really kind of look at all the options if you really wanted to.
Yeah. Everything like that looks clickable, you can click on
You
it.
can click on it. Okay. Put this. Okay, well, great. Let's go ahead and wrap up our show. It's really, really nice to meet you, to talk to you about Illinois College to Career. But I'm afraid this is all the time that we have for today.
Thank you.
So, thank you for being here. You've been watching IDES and You. I'm Troy McMillan from the Illinois Department of Employment Security, and my guest has been Eva Gallagher, an economist with the Economic Information and Analysis Division over at IDES. And she's been telling us about Illinois College to Career, which is an impressive and innovative free education and workforce outcomes resource that helps students, parents, career changers make informed decisions about the benefits of higher education, earnings potential, job stability, job growth, and more. For additional questions about this topic or other services offered by IDES, please visit our website. You can see it on the screen there, or call our toll-free number and select the option that best fits your needs. See you next month for our next IDES and You, and we'll provide you with more news you can use. Thanks.
Thank you.
Thank you.